Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Mel. I wanted to make another video because I wanted to share with you guys um, a little small piece of my life and at the point where I was struggling through a lot of emotional obstacles that I had to take, and I have struggled with depression since I was about um, 13 years old. It started mostly when my grandma passed away. It just was really hard on us, and as a 13-year-old, I'm going through all these different phases in my life. It made it even more difficult to cope with things in different levels. When I was 13, I attempted to commit suicide by taking a lot of sleeping pills. I did drink the whole bottle, and thankfully, I'm not dead, but I was basically in a coma for about 3 4 days, smoking when I was 14, cigarettes and marijuana, and I just was going crazy. I was killing myself and um, disrespecting myself in different ways. When I was 14, I was lured into a van and was drugged and was raped. Um, I did take it hard for a long time. I blamed myself for it because I'm the one that made the choice to go, and I'm the one that made the choice to drink the drink. So, as hard as it was for me to come to realization with it, I started drinking more. I started experimenting more with controlled substance. I started popping roaches. I started doing Xanax. I started taking ecstasy. I started skipping school, and I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I was just like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Not to have I wasn't driving when I was 14, but I would hang out with bad people and they would be driving. But anyways, um, at the age of 17, I started drinking more heavily. I would actually go to school drunk because I would take like 6 shots of tequila back to back in the mornings. I was smoking marijuana at the age of 17 every day. Every day. I wasn't aware that you could get I was suffering from a lot of anxiety attacks. I remember being in my room and my body would just start convulsing, and I didn't know what was wrong. My stomach hurt, my jaw would lock up, and I couldn't breathe. It was the most horrific thing I've ever gone through, and I couldn't talk to my mom. I couldn't go out. I couldn't call my friends. I couldn't do anything because I wasn't sure and was never aware that it was actually an anxiety attack. After that, I stopped drinking and I started smoking more to kind of kill, to try to kill whatever was it that was making me miserable that I wasn't really aware of. I started going on a rampage after my boyfriend and I of 3 years broke up. I was relationship was awful. It was abusive. It was horrific, and that I went into a huge rampage and I just started becoming addicted to Xanax. I was addicted to I was an addict. I was working at a drive-through and I would make about $80 to $100 in tips, and I would just go blow it off on pills. I would get 5 pills for $20. So I would go buy $80 worth of pills. That's what, like 20 pills that I would buy. It was intense how much I was doing these pills and how much I was addicted. I decided to start mixing it a little bit more and started adding some alcohol and drinking some beers. And around the age of 18, 19, I was pulled over and I got arrested for possession of marijuana. I did 1 day, I believe, in the county jail, and I was bailed out. And after I went back to smoking weed, and I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care. I kept smoking and smoking and smoking until I actually finally went to my court hearing after they had been delayed for over 9 months. They finally told me, well, we're gonna drug test you, and if you come up negative will get you into this program where if you complete it successfully, it will not show on your record, and it won't jeopardize you in the future. I was fucked because I had already smoked. I had smoked like a blunt of dro the day before that, and I was beyond in disbelief that I had ruined my own future by making the wrong choices. That's not even where the story ends. So they drug tested me. I told my probation officer right off the bat. I told him, hey, you know what? I'm dirty. I smoked before, the day before. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what it is. He's like, okay, thanks for telling me. You're gonna get on probation. You're gonna do 6 months, and if you complete it successfully, good for you. Good riddance. Bye bye. But it's not coming off of your record. Okay. So I got on this probation for. I was on it. I stopped smoking. I stopped doing everything. But at that time, I was doing my internship to be a medical assistant because I'm a certified medical assistant. I was doing my internship at a family clinic, and I realized that you could get medication prescribed to you for anxiety, which was the reason why I was smoking weed, was because I got a lot of anxiety, and smoking weed helped so much. Helped me concentrate, helped me become more creative, it helped me eat, it helped me sleep. It was just an illegal medication for me. And then Zolem, by the doctor that I was doing my internship at, I told him what I was feeling and what I wanted, and he gave it to me. He gave me 3 refills of 60 pills. 3 refills. And as soon as my refill was up, I would just go back and get some more from him and give me another 3 more refills. It was like I was getting, the pills themselves were only $20 for me to go buy them at the pharmacy. So it was great, and I was doing fine. And then eventually, I started becoming addicted to it. I started actually going to Mexico and getting the medication. And because the doctor, I don't know what happened to him. I think he got fired or something like that. Because obviously he wasn't doing what he was supposed to. But I went into the extremes, and I told my probation officer that I was taking prescribed medication. I started drinking, mixing my pills. I started going out. I started becoming rambunctious. I started becoming insane. An insane addict who was willing to do anything to go get money. I wouldn't sleep with anybody. I wouldn't prostitute myself. None of that stuff ever. Never sucked dick for money. I never nothing. But I would steal. I would steal to pawn. I would maintain my addiction. On the inside, I knew everything was bad. I knew everything I was doing was bad, but I couldn't control my body. I couldn't control my racing thoughts. I couldn't control everything that was going around me that was making me feel horrible about myself. I went out one night after my mom told me not to go out, and I went to downtown to a club, and I was drinking bad. You remember? Went to jail for stealing at my ex-boyfriend's house and got caught. I did 38 days in the county jail. I was actually charged with a felony burglary of habitation. I could have done 2 to 5 years, but I hit rock bottom. I cried every night. Slept in like a horrible steel bed. No pillow, just a blanket, just your mattress. Food was disgusting. No privacy in the restroom or the shower. The days were prolonged. It gone through besides my rape and my addiction. My mom stood by my side. She tried to help me, but when it came down to it, she just said, you know what, you're on your own. I can't do no more for you. me being a mother now, it's taking a toll on my thoughts and my brain, and how I could even be able to help my daughter from the experience that I went through so she won't do the same thing. Because it's hard. It's really hard. I come back. I'm not the same person as I was anymore, and that's what people don't understand. People don't give felons chances because they believe felons are going to continue doing the same shitty shit that they were doing before. And that's not true. Some people do not learn. I can tell you that for sure. People do not learn. And I got out before Christmas, and in 2013, 2012, sorry, 2012, and then after that probation for 2 years instead of 5. I was still drinking. Why? Because I didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want to feel emotions. I didn't want to. I don't know. It's just I don't know if there's people out there that do struggle with this, but in my perspective, I always have to try to find something to get rid of my racing thoughts of my past, of things that I've gone through, and I feel like every time I think about them, I'm reliving the past. I'm reliving the situation. It's horrific. It's traumatizing. It's horrible. When I met my husband, I was swept off my feet in a way where I felt safe. I felt like I could become a better person. I don't know, life is difficult, guys, and all I can say is that your choices are the ones that make you who you are. And even if you have a shitty past, your shitty past is what makes you a better person. Your shitty past is what makes you not want to do that shit anymore or make that mistake all over again. You learned, you surpassed that. You're becoming a better person. And I can tell you that for a fact. I've become a better person. I have not drank, I have not smoked. My daughter's going to be a year old next month in June, and I am looking forward to just enjoying my life with her and spending those moments of clarity and excitement with her, to get to experience what it is to have your mom full time, because I never had my mom full time. My mom was always working all the time. And when she got home, she was tired, and my mom was a single mom. And I want for my daughter and I to have some kind of bond together where it's completely inseparable and completely um, cherishable. And I just want to be able to teach her things that I learned from because of my past. And so, yeah, that's my story. Hopefully, it didn't bore you too much, but I just needed to get it out there. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys have experienced the same things, because uh, there's a lot of things that I'm struggling with now that have no reason to affect me or my husband, but I do need to, get it out there and just talk.